that don't know how to communicate.
Take it from the top.
They want to stay in the problem. That's how I look at it. You like the reaction that I give you in the midst of the problem. And rather than getting over your own little, I think it's sick and twisted for you to prefer me to be in a state of confusion and not getting to the source of the problem. I think that's the I think, like, why do you want to see us confused? The moment you see a problem and you think that problem is bigger than your ability to solve that problem, that lets me know you don't know who you are. You succumb to every problem. You attach yourself to the emotion and you let it overcome you because you come from an environment that says that, oh, I'm a victim. I need to be sad. I need to be upset.
What's up with that, yo?
I don't know why people like that state.
No, I'm talking about these women out here, man. I'm talking about these women out here, right? Why they don't know how to fucking communicate once their emotions is struck?
I say two things.
No, I'm serious. Like, I got a couple people with me right here, man. I just wanted to talk to y'all about this shit, man, because I know this is as a pattern.
That's a fact. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, because I know women are naturally emotional.
Hold on.
Anyway, right? But at the same time, it's like they can get stuck in that place. But my thing is when you don't allow us to walk you through those states of mind and not communicate.
Yeah, like you don't trust
us. Like
us.
you don't trust me. Like you telling me that you with me, you my wife.
I got you pregnant, but you know what I'm saying? Like, why would you be with me? Say I'm your husband, but then in a moment of emotions, you don't trust me.
Yeah,
respect.
Not
respect me. Like,
go ahead. Check this out, right? I want to catch a point that you said because a lot of women try to use this as a scapegoat. Women are emotional. We're emotional too, but the fact that you're emotional does not mean that you get to throw out logic in the midst of your emotions. Especially when you know. It's one thing if you're just lost in the sauce, you ain't got nobody to guide you, then okay, you can only do what you know. But when you have somebody in front of you that has the facts and the answers to your problem, and you choose to not accept those answers and attach yourself to your emotions, that lets me know what you consider to be more important in your reality, in your life. You want to feel that way because you want to feel that way. And that's just it.
Why? So why is all these females, especially the black females, that don't know how to communicate, man? And when they get emotional, most women know how to communicate long as they cool, calm, and collective. But as soon as the emotions are struck, or you trigger some, I don't want to hit no light. As soon as you hit some childhood memory or some past life or something that they dealing with as a trauma or emotional ties, all that logic goes out the door. Like, you know what I mean? And I, for one, I've noticed y'all have to deal with that too on a regular. You know what I mean? I noticed that y'all have to do that too on a regular basis. I just want to understand why. Why is it so that, it seemed like, and this is not having to do nothing with age, because my last woman was 40 plus years old, Maisha, and she couldn't communicate worth shit.
Yeah.
Now, I want to say it's Mercury, and it has a lot to do with you and the other person's chemistry. It's like anything else. I cannot be with a woman with a water sign Mercury, with no water in the Mercury and water in Mars. If you got water in your Mars and you got water in your Mercury, I cannot fuck with you. Like, I just cannot fuck with women with Mercury in water or Mars in water.
I got a question for you, Chief. Have you ever been with a woman where in the midst of her emotions, she was able to communicate well?
Not the woman that I have had emotional ties with. The woman I have emotional ties, yet to find a woman like that. But like I said, I got 4 wives, but I got 3 of them I haven't really engaged with seriously on that level. But the one that I'm seriously engaged with and been engaged with for 2 years got the water and Mercury, water and Mars. in the houses. And so it's go ahead.
No, I just thought about why Babylon allows black women to get certain things in that world without communicating, because they know that once the black man and the black woman establish the communication line, then that's it. We become unstoppable, because that's the foundation of the black family, is communication. But now black women ain't gotta communicate with us. They ain't gotta talk to us if they don't want to. They got a plan B. They don't have to get past the emotional thing, because guess what? I can go over here and not talk to you and still eat, still have somewhere to sleep. But if that was taken away, you would naturally see the value in what you got. Because
that's why there's so many women in Eliana inbox talking about, oh girl, you strong, you can do so much. Let me help you. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is she gonna go be single mother with you?
That's it.
What about my daughter? What about my daughter? Like, what about her? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why y'all not thinking about the child in the situation? Well, you using her, manipulating her, and trying to make her the victim and shit. Like, I'm like, yo, y'all poison. Y'all real fucking poison. These women is like the devil really be moving through the woman. Like, I swear to God, like, I ain't gonna say like the devil don't move through the men, because it do. Yeah. But the devil gonna move through whatever is weak. And women got that emotional weakness. You know what I'm saying? And it's always this emotional weakness that I noticed, like, especially if they got that Mercury in a water sign.
That's a fact.
And that Mars responds to the Mercury in a water sign. It's a problem, because once emotional, they can't think fucking straight. You can't even get nothing out of them. You can't get. And then they take you for granted. They think they got a plan B. And so black men can't be men because of the fact that the black woman think that she got a plan B. She can be independent of you. She don't need you. And because she don't need you, we're not dealing with our woman. She don't need you. And as long as there's a plan B, we'll never be able to have a family. A man will never be able to truly be a man as long as there's a plan B. There's a plan B for these chicks. Even the chicks that come here, we left society. Their plan B is to go back to society. Yo, if it wasn't no plan B, it would be no arguing. It would be submission, and it would be working shit out. There would be communication. But because there's a plan B, because there's a system set up right there for you to enter, you see what I'm saying? Then the woman can be like, fuck you. They can have an attitude. They can give you resistance. Like, it's like, what the fuck?
What's so loud about it? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that made me think, like, if there was never no on some shit, like, that would never happen. Like, all right, she might have debilitation, but because I'm your man and you rely on me for your life, and that's what I'm talking. That would never even be an option.
I just let Wahid. Wahid, you there? Wahid, are you there? You got the hearts on your joint, man. I'm gonna hang up and call you back, man. You got some things going on your screen. Yeah, you got some things going on your screen while he like situations going on. You got hearts stuff. But yeah, we having this talk, man. Even you know, and even
Chief, you there?
Yeah, I'm there. What's going on, Wahid?
Yeah, what's going on, brother?
We sitting here building about how our women don't need us. They want us, but they don't need us.
Big difference.
Because they don't need us, they can disrespect us. Because they got a plan B, they don't need you. When a woman can survive without you, she cannot value.
Facts.
And on top of that, look how we treat the black men and black boys. You say that the black woman is God. The black woman, Mother's Day. Look how we treat our mothers, but look how we treat our fathers. I mean, look at the oppression of the black man for 1 minute. I know there's an oppression of the black woman. I get it. But let's look at the oppression of the black man in retrospective of that. Because I don't think people ever acknowledge the shit that we going through, bro.
And this shit get stressful. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, what's the number one cause? It's that stress. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
Like I know the people in the room don't know, but you know, I contact you know what I'm saying, privately just because, but you get to the point where it's like also, man, there's only so much you can take, you know what I'm saying? Because you go to feeling like you said, you go to feeling like you holding your own self back. You know what I'm saying? And like you saying, man, like when females feel like you said, I feel like a lot of them come into it with a plan B. You get what I'm saying? Like you said, they want a strong black man. They want to, you know what I'm saying? But the emotions
can't provide for them the things that the government provides for them.
True, that's fact too. Like you saying, it's being used again.
Here's the thing. I am providing my woman.
You are
with the things separate of the government that she get from the government. So I actually demand the same respect. But if the woman get emotional and they don't communicate, they feel like, oh fuck it, I could just go back to Babylon and go get her and fuck with all these other black women and it's like the black women have been summoning the spirit of my wife, trying to tell her to come back. You could do better, and that as if there's like
she finna go do better with them. Like the other woman finna, like you said, would you finna go be single with this woman and raise my daughter? Ain't nobody thinking about no kid.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, and that's be that emotion into that. Because when you I feel like when women emotional, they don't always think about the whole.
A woman said, this is what somebody just said. I'm gonna give it back to you. She just said, what she said in the inbox. Don't put us all in one box.
True.
But I haven't yet found one of y'all. And I've been dealing with women, and they've been coming in here, and every brother here that's dealing with a woman, a black woman,
probably going through the same thing.
And even here with the knowledge of self, with the divine knowledge of self. Brother Nubian here, he's married.
Hey, brother. Nubian do that music. I like that music too. Hey, yeah. What's up, brother?
He on a daily basis, he's dealing with the same shit. A brother here.
Oh, true.
True right here. He in an established relationship. He's dealing with the same shit. And then you know me, even she.
Yeah.
The one
none of us is exempt. That's one thing. None of us is exempt from this. You know what I'm saying?
And it's like, yo, I'm noticing a pattern here. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck going on, man? How can there be unity without people understanding their position and their place? Like a woman don't know her place no more. And it's like, when Eliana get her little thing jump offs or whatever she want to call little spaz outs.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be looking at her like, where are you going? Like, and then what you about to go do? Like, you about to go work a 9 to 5? You about to go, what you about to go do? I want to understand it.
Yeah.
You about to go open up a business? You about to get in the bed with the government? Like, tell me what you about to go do, boo. I want to understand, like, where you about to take my daughter? You gonna put her in school or you gonna homeschool her? What kind of education you gonna give her? What is she gonna go up to be? I want to understand it. Holla at me. Let me know what our daughter gonna be. Like, let me know the plan. But you know, it's a whole bunch of people in her ear or in her inbox. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Like I said, I'm gonna give it to you. If I find you in my wife's inbox, any of y'all females, what y'all don't know is that all these social media pages belong to me. Carbonation is Nature Boy.
All day.
Let me give you a reality check.
All day.
Carbonation Nature Boy, meaning that it ain't nothing that come here I don't see.
Or hear, or observe, or any of that. Exactly.
It's my world. You feel me? Like I created this with my mind. I created the concept of this. I am carbonation. If you say you want to join carbonation, you
join
say
Chief.
Fuck with you, Chief.
You want to join Chief.
You feel me? And what are we doing here? And there's nothing wrong with that because we all reflections of each other. It's a frequency that you join it into.
That's facts.
And I see these brothers going through it on a daily basis. And I have to intervene on a daily basis. Real nigga moments. And I watch the treatment. And now they seeing it happen to me. And they can't say, hey, you wouldn't do that to Chief. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. You going through it too. I just seen, it's crazy because I just seen Nubian. I think I just seen you, and I'm almost certain it was Nubian just had a real nigga moment with his wife, right? Yeah. And then I've seen the one a couple weeks back when my brother True and his girl was on there, you know, and I was just like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and that's how I know that, like, us as black men, we're not exempt from that. And then, like you said, I see Chief, your life is live. So you good, bad, ugly, you ain't scared to, and you letting the world see. So it's like, damn, Chief going through the same thing. Like, you would think that can't happen to Chief, but sure enough, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I feel like that Chief, none of us is exempt. You know what I'm saying? And like,
that's a fact.
Like even so, like, you know, what you think it is, though? You think, like you say, you think it's been the programming of like our people and our women for so long?
I was just about to talk about it. What was your name again, brother?
Wahid. Yes, sir.
Look at it like this, right? It's one thing to consciously be aware, but other than the outside of the conscious, we got to think about the subconscious and the way that we've been portrayed to black women over a series of years. It's like the black man's image is not an image to be respected. Regardless of the type of money that you may make, the image that you have to portray in that world is a degraded image. It's a lowered image. So how can you expect for your woman to respect you when the image that has been implanted in her mind is one of devalued image? When I'm not a basketball player, I'm not a football player, I'm not a comedian, I'm not none of these things, but in that world, that's what allows you to be accepted by your woman. Because if you look at all the things we do in Babylon, it's to get acceptance from the black woman. That's why we're doing all of that dumb shit. But if we could be who we are and get our woman, we would pack our shit and leave Babylon.
And be going today, tonight. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? But
and here's the thing, Wahid, right now you said that your wife worked for the government itself.
Yeah.
Like literally. So by the time she get home, she don't even want to be a mom too. She don't even want to be a mom.
I would just
so and then you gotta understand the stress that's putting on you because you're sitting at home, you know, raising the kids, and you's a man, bro. Like you supposed to be providing what the white man is providing her. And you feel a sense of I'm not needed.
Exactly. I mean, to a certain extent, because
no, when I say needed, I'm not talking about father.
Oh, I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean.
I'm talking about if we was in Africa and we had our land,
exactly,
we would inherit land. We would farm. We would make our own food.
Exactly.
We would give the resources to the woman. We live in the West where we didn't inherit no land, but we could do farming and all the stuff and provide the resources to your woman so that you can, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Be able to provide that. We don't have that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? All we have is the ability to shuck and jive and be coons. And I'm gonna add this in. Just recently, the Gucci store let out a black sweater.
Yeah, I seen that.
Right? And basically, the white man was basically letting all the coons know, all the black rappers know that you're just coons, you're entertainers for the white man and his children. And so, and when we look at it like this is the only way we can even be or get a taste of what Massa has. And we got to be house niggas.
House niggas.
We can't be our pure selves. We can't be like the African brothers on the East that got mad wives and they, you know, polygamous and they guards and they
exactly
around feeling like men. We are deprived of this ability, and for us to
exactly what country is the black man God? Where is this land where all these black people in Africa are gods and you know what I'm saying, and they have 8, 9, 10 different wives? Where is this place in Africa? Because you people keep talking about it, but you never show it. I'm just curious. I keep hearing about this luscious land that not even the Africans know about, but somehow you pro-black niggas know all about this goddamn land. And the niggas that live inside the continent of Africa, because Africa's a continent, keep saying, go back to Africa, go back to Africa. And every time you ask, you ever notice, a pro-black called me not too long ago and said, Africa, Africa, Africa. We need to go back to Africa. And I said, okay, exactly where? What country are we going back to Africa? And that nigga was stumped from that particular point because he just realized, oh shit, Africa is a continent, not a country. And when you think about it on a logical scale, Africans don't even get along with other Africans. They are not a united continent. It is not a place where everybody, it's like the end of The Wiz where, a whole bunch of black people dancing and shit, the Brand New Day. So at any point in time, all right, we have the patience. We would like to know the location of the place in Africa where men have 18 and 20 different wives and they all live like gods. We would definitely like to know where this place is because y'all niggas talk about it on this stream and y'all don't even know where the fuck this place is, but y'all talk about it. Yeah.
Like, or any, I ain't gonna say somebody, but I feel like if a female got that plan B, she not all the way in. You get what I'm saying? Like, because like you said, ain't no plan B. You see what I'm saying? This is what it is, and this gonna work. And ain't no plan B. You see what I'm saying? But even in my situation,
it's trickier than that for me because I've been a woman that was my student first.
True.
For 9 months.
True.
Then became my wife.
Chief, head chief, this and that. Head chief.
And then she cheated, and then she got my child.
Yeah.
And watch these women fuck me over left and right. And still, just because she's in her emotions, she could get a plan B and walk the fuck away like it shit ain't even, like it ain't, in nature.
Yeah, exactly.
A female would never leave the male. Like let's use gorillas. I like to use gorillas because gorillas, when you look at the gorilla act like the black man.
Pretty much. It does. The alpha like that.
Right. I'm not talking about chimpanzees. I'm talking about
gorillas.
Gorillas act like black men. If you ever examine the gorilla, do some research on gorillas.
Mm-hmm.
I know that I'm a gorilla. Like I'm a gorilla. You feel me? And a lot of people will be like, yo, I'm nature boy, and I study a lot of animals. The animal that black men resonate the most to is gorillas. And I guarantee, if you just go study gorillas and their behavior, you're gonna be like, yo, and look at the hood.
Yeah.
You're gonna see that we are gorillas.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the number one primate that I could say. If you just study it. You ain't gotta take my word for it. When you get a chance, go study how gorillas live.
Oh, everything you say, too, I go back and do my homework. You see what I'm saying?
And I never lead you wrong. Guess what? The female gorilla will leave her pack to go find an alpha to live with.
Exactly. Right? To lead that pack.
Point blank. To lead that pack. We are an advanced gorilla. That's what the black man is. The black man is an advanced gorilla. He is an advanced, evolved gorilla. I'm telling you. And when I had to do the understanding of this shit, right? And even the way they mate, how peaceful they are. Black people are very peaceful. Gorillas are big and strong, but they peaceful.
Peaceful, of course.
They peaceful, our species. And that's black men. Black men are big and strong, but we peaceful as fuck. Mm-hmm. We're not violent. We're very peaceful people.
Yeah.
And if you look at the gorilla will show you yourself, black man. Mm-hmm. If you study the gorilla, it will show you yourself. Now that is just the primate version of what you are. But if you look deeper past that, you will see that we evolve into science.
Okay.
We evolve into the highest of science, highest of mathematics of the universe. But I'm just telling you, at the primitive level of what we are, we're gorillas. And I just want you to go study gorillas and just really take some time.
Oh, that's gonna happen as soon as I get off this live. But you know what I'm saying? Like, because again, like, everything you saying is crazy because you like, even when you say we like gorillas, right? We like gorillas, but we not over here. And like in Babylon, we're not allowed to be, even though that's who we are. Like you said, you go to the hood, you see gorillas.
That's because it's like Babylon's like a zoo.
It is. I mean, you can look around and you can see it.
Yeah, like Tifa saying, the women.
An open zoo, like an open zoo at that.
An open zoo, right? It's like the women. Go ahead, look. You could. It's like the women don't belong to us. It's like it's crazy when you have an outside perspective because when you look at it, it's like one, like you said, it's an open zoo.
Mm-hmm.
So we in the zoo with all of these women that we think are our women, but they've been programmed by our enemies.
Exactly.
So since they come out the womb, they have mad documentaries where they show you what. And I was thinking about mirror neurons. You feel me? Like what the women are doing to us, they've already done because they've watched their mothers do it, they watched their aunts do it, their grandmothers do it. So at a young age, they've been watching these women in their lives disrespect the men, thinking that they can be independent. So from a young age, they're literally doing this because this is all they know. Even though they have they're able to be conscious and come to this consciousness. Deep down in the subconscious, they've already done it. So it's a deep pattern and program that's in the DNA that has to be broken. You know what I'm saying? So it's a very difficult thing. But that's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I think about growing up in my Babylon mother. I never seen the only thing I remember was like her arguing with my Babylon father. You know what I'm saying? And then even when he wasn't there, it was like she could never find a man that she could respect.
Exactly.
It was like, and then when I told myself I was a man in my reality, she couldn't respect me. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm like, nah, I'm a man. This is what I do with my life. And still, she like, she can't respect the black man because of that program.
Man, I totally feel you.
And it's like even like where is the
fire sales?
Do we have a woman? That's the question. Do we have a female?
I'm just curious how you figure.
That's a good question, Chief.
With a 911.
That's a good question, man. Like when you ask it like that, too, Chief. I mean that, man. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. That's something to sleep on. That ain't no quick answer right there. Like you know what I'm saying? That's a serious question. You really gotta ask yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like
do we have a woman? Do we have a female? That's something that I'm pondering. I'm like, damn, do we have a woman? Does the black man have a woman?
So it's like doing all
that.
She
don't got shit.
Exactly.
It didn't reflect
exactly.
But the black man truly have a woman. A woman has to be pruned from birth.
I feel like
you cannot, and I'm gonna say it like this. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt.
I got to Prestige Master after like 13 days.
A woman has. I'm not gonna say pruned from birth, but I will say pruned from birth because she has to be made.
No need of anybody.
Yeah, she got to be molded. She got to be exactly. That spirit got to be guided into that. You see what I'm saying? Got to be.
And it's hard because
all right, I'm an ICR master.
Out here that think
my
God
weapons are the ICR
on this power role that they can't give.
I got the attachments for every single.
You see what I'm saying?
It don't matter if the doors are closed or open.
And
I'm
in
going to
return,
survive. All right.
They don't have the trust that they're going to get that in return.
It's all about it's all about not dying.
All right, look.
Not fully. When it's time, I mean, don't get it twisted. When it's time for them to be protected, yeah. When it's time for certain things,
it's time for sex. It's time for sex.
Yeah.
Got that on the house.
It's time for sex, then they're submissive.
Yeah.
But outside of that,
hey, look, I don't trust anybody with my life. You feel me?
I mean, nobody. As a man, I protected. I mean, I want you to look at the celebrities.
Yeah.
Look at the men that have achieved. The ability
to
protect and provide, and look at what the black man has done to them.
Exactly.
With child support, with allegories and all kind. Look at what they do to the black man in the media.
Yeah, how we portray.
I can dig it.
No matter what, good, bad. I mean, they know it's coming. We getting portrayed a certain way for the bad anyway. But even with the good, I mean, that ain't really getting shed no light on it.
Now, let me say this right now off the break.
Oh shit!
There are when black women are in their cool state of mind, older ones.
I had to crawl. You know what I'm saying? No biggie.
That understand what I'm saying and not gonna take this to offense and be like we throwing all.
Yeah, they ain't gonna take it personally.
Just like when we talk about white people. When we talk about white people, are we throwing all white people in the box?
We definitely not.
Is there a few white people that are good? Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we're not talking about those. but it's very hard to find those.
Facts.
It's very rare to find a virtuous woman. Where can you find one? Do you go to the library, the church? Where do you find a virtuous woman? The internet? Where? Matter of fact, you gotta ask yourself. And so I've been trying to be the best man that I could be, so I could attract my queen.
How the hell you did that?
That's all I'm
Best version of yourself. You right.
But you are awesome.
My queen would give me.
I got to catch up to my man Wayne.
All the wives.
How the hell you passed me like that, man?
Desire, because she's the female version of me and I'm the male version of her. Meaning that she looks at me as the male version of her, and as a woman, and I ask these women clearly, if you was a man, would you be polygamous? And they always say yes. They will not let you be polygamous, which is a contract, which is a, it's just not, it is contrast to what they're displaying in their actions. And at this point, I'm really at a sit back right now. Like, wow, like we evaluating my situation and asking myself, and I'm only doing this because I have a daughter.
Yeah.
A beautiful daughter now made in the highest.
I'll save him when he falls.
In the highest, exactly.
And you see what I'm
saying? I know exactly what you're saying, yeah.
With an actual black woman that was supposed to be conscious with me.
I'll be a hero.
And now my daughter's going to be taken away from me.
I see.
We were supposed to be conscious, and I made a child with a woman that was conscious with me.
Exactly.
Oh, that's nice. I can pick you up faster.
Right.
Here's one back for you.
When my daughter gets snatched away from me,
I gave you one.
I have to look at the thing and say, damn, well, what the fuck is really going on here? Is the MK Ultra or the government has programmed our women so deeply, and there's no one to blame. I'm just talking about how the game is set up.
Exactly.
Is our woman's. It's our woman.
I'll have fun.
Set up to destroy us. Is she set up to get us to a point to drive us crazy? Has she been given the power to push the button on terminating us mentally, stressing us to the point where we decay?
Yeah.
What is a man without his woman?
Shotgun.
How can a man survive without his woman?
Hey, buddy.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's almost like when you say it like that, Chief, it's like almost like you saying like they come in with a motive. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like what?
And they don't know the motive.
Exactly.
They've been programmed. But the thing is this: they're coming thinking that they got a plan B.
Exactly.
And when the woman thinks she got a plan B, she can exercise her demons.
Yeah.
She can exercise the fact that I want to disrespect you.
Yeah.
I'm the man now.
About it, I'll just walk away with the child.
Yeah, I'm the man. Now, hear what I just said? I'm the man now. I'm dad and mom now. I got this now. You know what I'm saying? It's almost up to that's how they come off.
No one cares about how that affects us emotionally.
Because I don't know who said it, but I don't know if it was true that was saying that, women are emotional, but men, we emotional too. You get what I'm saying? We might not be as emotional, but you can't discard the emotion. You get what I'm saying? Like, I mean, like you say, man, shoot, like everybody needs somebody to talk to, Chief. You know what I'm saying? Like, even the best of us, the hardest of them all, the hardest of the hardest need somebody to, hey man, it's cool, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know what I'm saying? And like you say, man, it's so hard. It's so hard because
you know what? Hey, you know what killed me though is that I'm a type of person that explains myself completely.
In detail at that.
In detail at that. I'm online. If a woman come here to join me and she leave her whole fucking life to come all the way here to stay with me for 2 years, bear my child, just to only take my child away and walk the fuck away from me, I look at that as a weapon.
Yeah, duh. Hell yeah.
That is a psychological weapon to try to destroy the spirit
in the
that
man
lives in me. A woman is your keeper. She's supposed to be the keeper, not the destroyer.
Not the destroyer.
When I'm down, when I'm stressed, she's supposed to be the one that keeps me. I'm supposed to be fighting the world, not my woman.
Yeah.
I'm fighting my woman before I end the world at the same time.
At the same time. It's almost like you in a lose-lose. You know what I'm saying? That should drive you crazy because, like you say, the woman is supposed to be there to damn near keep you balanced when you at a time when you need to be hold a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like shit. You know. Like,
explain me this. Name a job that a black man can get for him to be able to protect and provide a healthy life.
Oh, well, I just been chilling down here at the bottom with no jug and
where he's able
63 kills
to not only do that work and be a father,
and I got a sniper
and
rifle.
a husband also.
Yeah.
But name me a job that a black man
I got me a nice little sniper.
Without, you know what I'm saying? Like you got to think about this.
I'm thinking as you talking.
What is our option?
Oh yeah, I got all the attachments for it.
I tell you now, over here ain't no option.
Even when we go into their schools.
Yeah.
And I got M16. I got the weakest guns in the game.
With their programs, right?
Mm-hmm. Their curriculums.
With their curriculum,
and degrees,
You don't get no
a degree of
you coming out at a negative. Point blank, you go do a semester somewhere. You do one semester, you coming out, you already at the negative, nigga.
Right, and how many people got that degree, which is a receipt, and they can't find a job, fuck around and go work at a warehouse or some old crazy desk job that they get.
Some shit that they overqualified for anyway.
Right. So here's what I'm saying to you, and a lot of black guys make it. Right, but I'm talking about most of our population of black men are in prison.
Oh, like you said, all the alphas.
The statistics is out there.
Yeah, all the alphas, all the motherfuckers who was really about, like how you said, like, you know, the questions you asking and like you saying, like I remember I heard you did a live of, like you say, man, I was around when this, that, and the third, and all them real dudes is. They got a place for us, and that's a place that me and you can't go back. You see what I'm saying? Like I think I heard you earlier, like man, in Atlanta, you gotta walk damn near underground and shit. Like man, look, they got a place for some. They got place for. They got places like
you
that.
In a prison cell right now,
huh?
The fact is, you look like you in a prison cell right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in the garage because it's raining though.
Let's go, 81.
Right, but I'm just saying, within that corner.
Yeah,
it looked like
it do. It do because look,
top on.
That's all you hear is that sniper going crazy now.
You look like the dude that's in prison right now.
Yeah.
Having a conversation.
Oh shit,
having a conversation.
If you didn't turn your phone on and you was like, "Yo, I'm in a prison cell," I would believe
you believe it.
Why? Because they have images like that.
Okay? Yeah.
Oh,
they do.
You look like somebody that's, even if you walk down the street right now, as nice and intelligent as you are.
Yes.
You look like somebody that will harm somebody.
Chief, man, look, but I swear it's like, I don't know if you, man, look, I just came from a walk. Me and my son take walks, right? You know what I'm saying? So like before the sun go down, we go on our walk and everything. And so like we live in like a little, you know, it's a high, I don't want to give them a location and everything, but it's a community. I'm gonna say that. It's a community I live in, Chief. It's a, you know, like I say, you know, people who live over here, you know, it's secure. Even just the fact that I look like this, I was literally, you can feel it when somebody walk past you and they like, you ain't supposed to be around here. You know what I'm saying? Like, like, hey, what you doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, like you say, until you open your mouth up and you have a conversation and it's like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Okay, yeah, but until you, but that's the stigma too, though. So like you saying, like, me as a black man, where can we go to be free and provide?
You cut your hair off and you cut your beard off, you look like Ibis Elder.
Exactly.
That they're not scared of you.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
They're like, oh yeah, he's one of us.
Yeah. As long as I'm acting and and playing roles and
unless you put a collar shirt on.
Oh yeah.
Nice button up. And we gotta realize we at war, man. This is war.
Psychological war, yeah.
Our women have to stay conscious. We can't be dealing with weak ass women, man.
Yeah.
That can't fucking, you know.
Still sharp and steel, man. Like how you always say. It gotta be.
As some shit comes up, they turn into mush.
Yeah.
As soon as some trials and tribulation come, they turn into mush.
Yeah.
You know.
Shit tough. And that's why I even hit you on my like on the private tip. I was like, man, Chief M, like, cause I was just telling you, like, man, communication, it seemed like, and like I was telling, I'm not true. I know you probably wasn't there when I called Chief private, but you know, I was just asking Chief, like, you know, since the live and everything like that, you know, I guess, you know, my girl knew how I felt, but seeing me talk to another man, it must have, this how he like, he's serious, you know what I'm saying? Because it's different when you know, like I said, you know how when Chief talk, you know, he talk with that energy. I talk with my hands, you know what I'm saying? That spirit come on us and we feeling like, look, this how I need to be delivered. I can't talk to you in no cool, calm, collective way, because right now this ain't no cool, calm, collective time. You get what I'm saying? Right. So this need to be delivered like this because this is what it is. Don't mean you need to take it personal that it's coming from me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm on your team. But like you say, the community, that is like, that makes the communication shaky as well. You get what I'm saying?
The reason why we need the communication is because it helps undo the subconscious programming that we have about each other.
Okay.
When I see you, my subconscious already has attached who you are before you even speak a word out your mouth. You see what I'm saying?
Fact.
The way you look is going to cause me to act a certain way towards you.
Another door, bro.
And we don't do that. When you're a true intellectual, you know that you have to judge people based off of things that go deeper than what they look like on the physical level. You know what I mean?
We good. Long as y'all hold that middle.
Yes, sir.
So the more we talk to each other, the more we realize that we on the same team, like I said. And the truth of the matter is, man, if you're a black man, you do not want to be in that system. No matter how you want to fake it.
Come on, Jay. Come on, follow me, though. Keep your back turned.
The only thing
it don't mean shit.
It don't mean shit.
The
true intellectual knows that Babylon is a dead end world, nigga. There's truly no success in Babylon, bro.
None.
Yeah, and another thing too.
Yeah. Just hold little. Y'all hold that front row, man. I'm gonna have to carry Jay around.
When we communicate, right, we know that life is sex, right? So we know that we're exchanging energies with our women when we're communicating with them. Now, when they're going against
I'm gonna carry Jay.
So we're not able to
y'all in the front, y'all I'm straight.
You know what I'm saying? So that's interfering with the bonding process. Bonding isn't.
I told you I was going to have to save somebody, so now I'm saving Jay.
Bonding is also when you're just speaking.
I told you somebody was going to have to get rescued.
She's able to retain your information that way.
And we was going to see.
She's taking on your mind.
Right around 15.
She's resisting that mind.
Just like I called it.
Programming. Like she's
saying I see y'all at the top of the steps.
Black families to bond together.
Y'all good as long as that door ain't open. The zombies can't come but one direction.
And another thing you said, when we communicate, it basically enables us to stay conscious. Yeah. That's like when Chief vents or he talks about the knowledge. Right. It's a constant way of reminding yourself who you are because we have the knowledge. So when you're able to speak, if your woman in the midst of her emotions could speak and reason with you, then it would allow her to stay more conscious and aware of this reality and come faster out of that slump. Versus if she gets in her emotions and gets all subjected. Now,
her emotion and her feelings,
And another thing I was thinking about too,
none of them goddamn gumballs.
All the alphas, like you were saying, all the people with that masculine energy, you just talking about that energy.
They become pointless at that point. That's why I say fuck the gumballs.
And you gonna turn up like you gonna feel us. What some women don't understand is that we don't turn up for no reason. If I'm turning up on you, it's not for no reason.
A little cover.
Definitely not for no reason.
I'm still straight up.
Right. You invoke the spirit out of me, which is the reason I'm turning up now. So don't get mad if I'm turning up because this energy in this moment is necessary. If you was coming to me in a submissive way, there would be no way I would be turning up on you right now.
You gotta think though that the masculine energy is not in the household for that reason, so that when that energy comes, she can feel threatened by it and call who?
No, you good, man.
Police.
It's just when you see zombies
Because
coming,
once-
press,
if
go
that
forward,
energy was
and bust, and go
introduced
right
to
up,
you when
go
you
right up
first
to him,
logged
especially
in,
who can
you would
run up,
know
just
that,
run up.
You would know.
This daddy time.
Exactly.
This father time.
No,
this,
I got
this,
his back. He
and
watching.
the government
No, he
didn't
watching the front. He
provide
got the front. I'm holding his back down,
assistance
so he ain't got to open up
to
his
your
gate.
ass with them babies. Your ass with. Let me tell you something.
So I got my eye on him, man. Shoot,
Yo, you
shoot,
about to
shoot,
go
shoot,
in.
bro.
Okay. If the government didn't provide you assistance, all y'all motherfuckers.
Yeah, don't let them get within
if
like
the
5
government
feet.
didn't give you jobs,
Even if they drop you, I got a.
if the economy
in
was
plain
to
sight, so
fail,
I can pick you up.
Which it is.
and it is, you would look at
Oh,
your
I got
man
2 guns. I got
different.
this. I got a dingo, and I got a.
I'm gonna say
I
it
got 2
again. If the
LMGs.
government
got
didn't
2
provide
LMGs.
you a job, didn't assist your ass, you would not be arguing with your motherfucking man.
That's facts.
I got you.
Point blank, period. And that's a fact.
Like you say, motherfuckers sit real comfortable up on the massa. You see what I'm saying when you said that?
And our women are so fucking cocky. It's disrespectful. They so ignorant and cocky to think that they could ever fucking talk back to us. This shit is ridiculous. They so ignorant and cocky.
Come on back.
To the point
Move
where
backwards.
it's like,
Move backwards,
they
not
really
forwards, Jay.
think in they fucking
I got
mind.
your back, bro.
Like, that's the way life go. And I'll be damned if I raise any kid that is under my jurisdiction to ever think, I don't care if it's a woman, that she could ever battle her man. She could
Back
ever
up, baby. Back
talk
up. There you
back
go.
to
Move
her
back.
man.
Yeah.
Once she establishes that that's her man.
There you go. Back it up,
you
man. Back
see,
it up. Back it up. Back it
the
up.
government got these. It's like they in the bed with the devil. It's like they in the bed with the snake.
You
or
gotta shoot
something.
them before
Like,
they get closer than
you
that.
know,
They're gonna swarm.
I know the Bible say the
But you-
snake
how
and
many-
the woman. I
you
put
ain't got no more bullets, Jay?
enmity between you, and it's like the government. It's kind of like, you know what I'm saying, this thing where working hand in hand
All right,
with
guys.
the woman.
I'm getting low on ammo, y'all. I might have to make a move.
Or feminine men,
Yeah.
not men that want to be gods.
All right, Jay.
Create
We might
their
have to,
own world.
hey, Jay. We might have to get out of here, man, because
They
I'm
want to
running out
come
of
together
bullets.
and unite. But see, the woman today,
Yeah.
I'll
let you know.
I publish my life publicly because I want people to see the ins and outs of what it would take for you to be a king and what it would take for you to be a god. And I'm not talking about P. Diddy. Those are not kings.
Oh, shit. Oh,
Nah.
yeah,
That's us and our lower self.
self.
I'm talented. I got musical talent.
Okay.
Everything that I do, I got an eye for photography. I could have
Intellectual talent.
in Michigan. So
if I wanted to, I could have went
sucks
to
to
the
be
industry.
him.
And I could have gave them my shit. I make music. I make hit songs. If I want to, I could do that. But if I put my mind to it, I could have went and been living with the celebrities and shit. But I said no. I would never fucking sell my shit to the government. And that's what they are. They government owned. They house niggas. And you see Diddy, I seen them all doing the toast. Meek Mills, all of them niggas doing the toast. And I was like, look at these niggas, man. They really think they made it. all that they made was they sold their soul to a lower self, to massa. They became house niggas. These niggas is proud.
Oh, yeah, that was on purpose.
To be able to be
Remember I told
just
you guys I needed
like
another,
the white
need to swap out my purse.
Who is the problem in the first place?
Yeah.
They want to be just like that
Check
cracker.
me out.
They love that cracker.
In plain sight, bitch.
They want
Fuck
to
out of
be
here.
just like
in plain sight.
master.
Got
And
my jug.
They found
now
the
it's on and
lane.
pop.
They found themselves.
Took me 18 rounds to get a jug, bitch.
That master
Fuck, now I'm
used
going crazy.
to and have a use
That's
to, and
all I
that was
need.
hip hop. And they gave them niggas all this money and made them feel equal. And black people for years.
No, when you drop the raindrop and I drop the on the house.
Black people for years have said what?
That's when we learned that J. Rose wasn't the top.
Yeah, we want our own.
He had me swarm. So he knocked my purse off. which was
you
cool. It
wanted
didn't matter.
equal
But I was
rights.
hoping I was gonna
You
get
wanted to drink out of the
a
same.
jug,
It's like
nigga.
we
All them
being obsessed
goddamn
with this
fucking
collective.
on the houses.
We
All
wanted
I
to drink
wanted
out
was
of
a
the
jug,
same
bro.
cup. We wanted to go to the
Nigga,
same
they gave me every
bathrooms, all that
fucking
shit.
perk
and
except
now
a
we
jug.
want to be the white
Every
man. And
perk.
guess what?
I was like, what
We
the
got
hell?
that shit.
What kind of shit is
We
this?
want a
I
black
didn't
president.
drop
We
three.
got it.
Yeah,
I
we
had
got it.
3 on the houses, nigga. I
We
dropped
want to
all my
be
shit and didn't get a
whatever
jug.
we actually wanted.
kiss
Just
my
imagine if
ass.
we wanted to be independent
Yep.
and literally not be in the system at all.
Really
And go back to
independent.
understanding ourselves indigenously. Just imagine. And we slick had
Hell, we
made that fantasy
trillionaires.
through Black
It's time to
Panther.
go to round goddamn
Yeah.
We made
65,
that
nigga. What the
fantasy.
hell you talking about? I don't need no
Right.
fourth man to run.
And
Shit.
for some reason, J. Cole said it. He
Shit,
said,
bro. I remember when I was
the
doing
good
this shit with.
news, the
Hey,
good
look, I remember
news
when it was
is you
just
made
me.
it a long
Look.
way. The bad news is you
even
went
when
the wrong way.
even when I got to
We're
round
talking about
50,
money.
dog. I got to
All
round
these people
50.
selling out their soul to get that dollar.
Look, bro. Look,
Then
because
they
I
get the
promise
dollar, and
you,
it's not
I
what
went
you. It's not what
to
you.
round
It's not
50
what you
by
have.
myself, dog, because everybody else
You
quit.
ain't gonna make
By the time
money
we was at
with
round
that,
30,
right?
niggas was
Even though
falling
the
like
devil uses
flies.
the money and created the money to keep you
You know what I'm
fucked up.
saying? Yeah,
But
niggas
if
was
you're smart,
dropping.
you know how to use the money against the devil
I be like, shit.
and make that shit work against
Look,
itself.
just got me
But
some blue
here
dope.
it is.
Yeah, baby. Got some blue crack.
Check this
Got
out.
me some more blue crack. Huh?
All
Oh,
the
yeah.
people out
Big
there,
spender, baby. I just hit
it's
my
not
joint,
about
nigga. That's 3
what you.
deriviums right there.
It's not about
Big
what you
spender.
have.
Oh, yeah.
It's about what you
Got my
do.
daily.
What you have.
What you do, what you have, exactly.
All right. Uh-oh. Now
When
I
you
got
It ain't
my
about the
hands.
money.
I'm
It's about
comfortable
what you
now.
do when you
I'm
get the
getting
money.
comfortable.
When you look at these celebrities, they got rocks on their finger. They got all this icy
Give me that
jewelry
motherfucking
that values nothing. It means nothing at
shit,
all.
bro.
They got
Hey,
all
look,
these big
I
ass
got 2
cars,
guns.
all these
One
fucking
more.
houses. They can
It's a
only
wrap.
sleep in one room in one bed. They got all these.
I'm gonna turn into
They spend their
Voltron
money
out
on
here.
reckless dumb shit.
I'm
Right.
turning into. Well, no,
None
the
of it
alley's
really
matters.
matters.
Compromised.
Because I'm
Jaden
gonna tell you
compromised the alley.
this. This is what I gotta tell you.
Yeah, it's compromised, bro.
When you die, this world is not. It's not
All right,
here.
but I'm a.
It doesn't exist no more. Your
Well,
children
look, I'm a
don't
stage
exist. You
performer.
ain't leaving
I
your
can kick
children.
on
Logged
stage
out,
all
yeah.
day
You logged
long.
out. Let
And
me
I
tell you
will
something.
demonstrate.
When you die, and I don't know if anybody don't believe this, but I gotta drop this gem on you.
No, it would no. I'm not
When
gonna get
you
cluttered,
die,
bro. Hey, look, y'all use me as bait. I'm gonna be on the stage.
nothing matters.
I'm going to get my 3rd
You
gun
won't have
right
your
now.
children won't
Round 20, baby.
be living on no
Yeah,
legacy
you want to
or
separate?
anything
Cool.
like
Just
that. Life
remember, I got
ends
guns
when
on the
you
stage,
end
baby. Oh
because
yes,
you
and they gave me the
are the
RPK.
orchestra of
I
life.
got guns on the stage.
Everything you hear, no matter how great
Watch,
it
I'm gonna have
is,
to
if
prove
it's an
myself.
external thing, no matter how great it is, the biggest
That's
mountain
right.
you see is you.
That's right.
Everything
I'm a
is
party
you. And
right
without
now.
you, it cannot
I'm
exist. You
going
are
to
the
party on the
observer
stage, bro.
that creates the reality that you're observing. You're
Yeah.
streaming it. Without you, it doesn't
Like
exist.
Rambo.
So guess what?
It's
Come
Come on,
not
bitch.
you. And guess what? You're gonna judge yourself
Let me get that eye candy, baby.
by what you
Let me
did,
get that eye
what you
candy.
had.
It's really gonna be over.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Check this out. Nothing even matters but what you did with what you had.
Yeah.
So you've been given power only to
that
test
is some
and
good
show
shit,
you
too.
your own heart.
Yeah, exactly.
You've been given children only to teach you how to be a child again.
That's it.
That's the reason you have a child. A child is only a version of you. And what you do with that child, you're going to be held responsible for at the end of your own life cycle. And it doesn't, all of this is a simulation. It was all a simulation, just like the Matrix. It wasn't even real.
Yeah.
All of this shit
I
that
don't
you
know,
see,
bro.
all
That
these
was the
people
shit.
doing out here with the money and all this shit up to their head, what did you do with it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a weapon in the box.
That's what matters.
All right, I got my
you
eye
don't
candy.
die,
dog.
you never die.
All right, I got my
You're
eye
being
candy.
tested. Life is a
Oh, it's over with.
simulation of an obstacle course.
Now, if you
for
play with
you
a
to
gobble gum,
stay
try eye
loyal
candy.
to all the
Yeah, that's
situations.
man, this is my
the
shit.
key to life is to not sell
All the
your
zombies
soul
are green army men, bro.
for moral over your moral. You to keep your
They
moral,
all turn into neon
to do the
green
righteous
army
thing
men.
at every moment.
And they
All
become
time.
easy targets to hit at that
be
particular
that
point.
children, be that
I'm murdering
people,
everybody.
places,
Family.
Nothing
All
comes
that.
before your salvation, because I'm gonna tell you this: nothing is real.
But
It's
like
all
the eye
a
candy,
simulation, testing your heart and your
like
will.
you can turn the
and
zombies
your
whatever
ability to do
color
the
you're
right
comfortable
thing
with them being. You can make them
in the
purple, you can make them
circumstances
blue,
granted to
you can make them yellow,
through
you
the
can make
test
them
and
green.
karmas
Bro, that shit is sweet.
granted upon your reality.
Natural fact.
So people
Oh, yeah.
don't know this
When I
stuff.
found,
But the wise, which are few,
yeah, I pretty much
very
get
few
everything I need.
understand.
Like my
Like,
primary shit, like the
wow,
purse and guns and all that. Then I
that's a
grab what I
dead end
can,
road right there.
and off to
Because
around 50,
I don't
I
want to
go.
have. What
Come
do
on,
I
bitch.
need a big car for? What I need that for? What I need that for? You
Oh,
somebody
yeah.
you give me
I
money,
done
I'm
did.
going to take what I
I got
need and I'm
the
going to
season
share the
pass.
rest. That's what I do
You know,
with
the
my
only
money.
thing
I
about
take
that
what I
is
need
the
and I
boards are
share
all
the rest.
customizable.
That's what I
So,
did with
like,
every
hell,
bit
you
of
could pretty
money I
much
had.
walk through that
I
bitch if you
took what
wanted
I
to.
needed, no matter who gave it to me. I took what I needed and I shared the rest.
Right. It's just like, but I guess it's good to
No,
you got to do it
I
just to
don't
learn
want
the
a lot
map.
of money.
You feel me?
I
Because you got to
want
learn
enough.
that damn map.
And if you
That
give
map
me a
is
lot of money,
ridiculous.
it's just giving me the ability to give to more people.
And help
That's
more
all
people.
that
Well,
is.
they got one
Yeah.
that's like
I'm gonna make sure
Gladiator.
I'm
They
straight
got
first because I
one
love
that's
myself
like
and I couldn't love you until I love
Titanic.
myself.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna
9
make
or
sure I'm
something.
good and I have all the
Uh,
necessities
they
that I need
re-raid
within me to make
5
sure
from
that
Black
I'm
Ops
happy
1
within
where you
myself.
fighting
And
in the
if
White
my
House.
abundance, if my
Fucking
cup
doctor
running
and
over,
shit.
I'm gonna make sure the next version of myself be, and as many
No,
versions that I can, they gonna
no,
eat.
doctor don't show up no more.
But
Thank
you
God.
see,
Look,
how many people out there homeless right now?
right,
Cold
Yeah.
right
right.
now.
And they used to
And
fuck you
we
up and
walk
say,
by them
hey,
every day.
Yeah.
And this is the next thing I'm gonna say. You haven't helped
yeah.
somebody until you
So yeah,
give something to someone that cannot give you nothing in return.
right.
They cannot give you the equal exchange in return. You haven't helped
Hell
anybody
yeah.
until you can until you help someone that you can't get anything in equal return from.
Hell yeah.
How
See,
many
when you
people out there right now can say right now that they have given or they're giving currently something to someone right now other than their damn children that the person cannot give them back in return?
Yeah. Oh no, he focused.
That is the only
He's
thing
focused
that
right
will
now.
matter.
I know what he's doing.
That's
He's
the only
focused.
thing
in
that's
the
going to
end,
count at the end of
Me,
your life.
I'm
When you
doing
get your deeds at the
I'm
end of your
doing it.
life, the only thing is, it doesn't matter. Everything else, it's okay. You got your life in balance. You got your life stable.
Y'all see
Good.
where I'm at.
But what did you do for someone
Hey, remember
that
I
they
told you,
couldn't
dog, I was gonna
return?
be right here on the stage.
What did you do
I
for
told you.
someone else
Man.
that they couldn't even return the favor to you?
Yeah, you know, we see
yeah, because when you look at it like that, even though you're asking that kind of question, you know, I'm pretty sure it's, you know what I'm saying, it's people out there who,
man. I'm a killer.
you know, I'm one of them people. Like, I ain't, you know what I'm saying? But when you put it like that, though, and you ask that question, you let a person know, like, at the end, how pure was I? How genuine was it? How organic was it? You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, what you giving that a person can't give back to you equally. That's all that's gonna matter.
Yeah, I'll go
you know
on
what
the
I'm
next
saying?
round.
You know what I'm saying? Was that heart lighter than that stuff?
And it's
come on, baby.
okay
Come
to
party with
establish relationships where you're equally yoked.
Bro,
That's always
I grabbed me an
beautiful because
ICR.
that's love and that's
I ain't
balance.
never run out of ammo
But
now.
what have you given to someone else
That's how I drop.
that cannot return
Oh, yeah.
anything to you?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. See, if you got an
universe is going
ICR,
to be
shit, and you on the stage,
Testing
you
you.
never run out of bullets.
That's what you're
Judging
going to
you
judge
by.
yourself
My
by.
bad.
That's what you're going to judge yourself by. In the end, when the lights go off,
As you can.
that's what you're going to
Oh,
judge
yeah.
yourself. I got to open up another live.
Oh,
Come
yeah.
in the next
Yeah,
one.
I appreciate it, Chief.
I'm going to open up another.
You fucking with me on the stage right now. I play in the lobby, but I can play anywhere, damn it. Let's go.
What have you given
Everybody getting it. Everybody getting
to
it.
somebody else that can never repay the favor back?
Come on, bitch. What's that?
All your deeds are one tit for tat. Tit for tat, tit for tat. Have you offered more than people can give back to you?
Yeah, come party with it. Shit.
Have you offered more than people could ever give back to you from your heart? And in the end, that's the only thing that matters. Not how many cars you had, how many rooms you had. See, while you here in the devil's world, how many rooms you had, how much money you had, all that matters. It matters in the world that we live in right now. But at the end of the day, when you on the way out of this motherfucker and you transitioning out, the only thing that's gonna matter is your friends and family and what did you do? How well did you take care of nature? Did you even take care of the planet?
Well, bro, that's
Did you give back to the planet?
Yeah.
You took and ate every day life from the planet. You went to the supermarket and you thought, because of the system that you lived in, that you made a fair trade by buying those groceries
I see them crawl,
and giving money, you paid your even. No.
You know what I'm saying? With the eye candy, they perfectly.
Money is not an equal exchange for what the earth gives you to eat.
Your thermal.
It's not an equal exchange. The equal exchange for the food you eat is your droppings.
I got that.
The poop that comes out of you. Now, how many of us have those deeds going back to the earth? Or do we give our droppings to a sewage company? The government takes it. The government makes you think that hey man, I paid for my food. I'm even with the universe. No, the fuck you not. Money is not an equal exchange for the seeds that you fucking swallow. You eat fruit. You have a moral responsibility to plant the seed back in the earth.
You get like perfect.
You have to compost.
Just imagine if the zombies was army men.
You have to compost.
I'm coming for you, man.
You have a moral responsibility for equal exchange and trade with the earth. Your poop.
Oh yeah.
And I know that sounds crazy.
They're not going down here.
Cause you crazy.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, think about that shit, brother. Ain't no more quick headshots. See, man,
but you live in the world that got you going crazy, making you think that, hey, I paid for this food, I'm going to eat it, and I don't owe nobody nothing. And then you go to a toilet and you poop and you flush the toilet down. You flush the turd down the toilet and don't even think about it. And what is it doing to the earth? Destroying the earth. People ask me, do I own land? I asked them, do you own your arm?
Oh yeah.
Do you own your arm?
Oh damn.
What would you say to me if I asked you, do you own your arm? And that's the same thing I'm going to tell you if you ask me if I own this land. I'm going to ask you, do you own your arm? Do you own your arm?
Nope, no monkeys on my side.
What you gonna tell me?
Shit, I barely got some purse.
You gonna say that concept is crazy, right? And I'm gonna say the concept of owning land is just as crazy.
Come on, bitch.
Do I own this arm? I got papers on this arm, man. I got papers. My arm. I need your arm. Yeah, pull you over. I need your registration for that arm.
This is papers for right on.
Like the only way we're gonna catch him, he gotta fall.
Do you own your arm? You would say to me, no, my arm is a part of who I am. I would tell you that the land is a part of who I am.
Looking at the scoreboard.
The earth is a part of who I am. How the fuck can I own it?
Yeah, you need a jug like tomorrow. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
the only thing I can do is destroy it or take care of it.
okay.
Just like my arm. I could destroy this motherfucker or I could take care of it. I got two options. I could destroy my body or I could take care of it. I could destroy the earth or I can honor it and take care of it. I can kill my brother or I can take care of him.
Yeah, bro. Like, this room is like so
but I can't make him.
Barely stop.
I can't make my arm and I can't make the earth.
Like a horrible room
but I can destroy it
caught in.
or I can take care of it.
Yeah, he went right into the damn
That's
trap,
what I will be judged by. Did I destroy it or did I take care of it? Remember
now,
that.
I don't know if you can see my screen.
Did you destroy it or did you take care of it?
See the zombies, bro? Look at them.
That is the only thing that's going to matter in the end of your life.
Right, bro. Yeah.
Black woman, you are being
is the best fucking gumball. Just look at that. Ooh,
modified
cut through.
To be the destruction of the black family, God's family, God's children.
So, and it is well worth the money.
You need to come out of your MK Ultra. and
I see
realize all
the
you
time.
got is your man
I see 'em
before
all.
the government
Bitch.
shut the fuck down. And it'll be too late before you know that, because your man has been conditioned against your ass. We need you right now. One day you gonna need us. If you smart, you start trading that shit now and get you a man now before the shit pop the fuck off. Because one day you gonna need the man, and the man ain't gonna be there because you was busy working for the fucking man and minding the other man business instead of building your man up. We talk about building black business. No, build the black man up. We have no foundation without the black man. We talk about the black woman and her being the one that created us. No, motherfucker. Y'all got that shit. I don't know why black people so goddamn ignorant. You can't create no baby by yourself. Don't believe no dumb shit like that. It take a man and a woman. Now the woman has nursed and nurtured the baby as she does in the womb and out of the womb. No doubt. Respect as the counterpart that we both created. That's 23 chromosomes me. 23 chromosomes of me, 23 chromosomes of you. And don't ever get it twisted like a mango mystic. My dick is a portal. Yeah, your womb is a portable. So is my motherfucking dick. We forgot about that.
Oh yeah.
My motherfucking dick is a portal. And you need this portal to connect to that black hole. And you suck. You's a black hole and I'm a white hole. I push and guess what? You pull. You black hole, you suck in. You the vacuum. I'm the motherfucking sun. I push forward. Don't ever forget, my penis is a fucking portal.
No, not on this one.
Oh, they don't like to hear that. You ain't shit without us. And we ain't shit without you.
I fuck with
point blank, period.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God.
23 of them chromosomes belong to me.
It finally happened to him.
You understand what I'm saying? 23 of them chromosomes belong to me, belong to us. Your dick is a portal, and black men, don't you ever in your life. See, they always talk about the black woman because they want to manipulate the woman mind and get them what they're doing. We've been doing that for ages. We've been singing the woman, singing them out their panties just to, girl, I'm going to be good to you. Oh, yeah. We've been doing that for years to get to, just to manipulate your ass to get some pussy. Nigga, listen.
Hell, I believe one time I failed.
Niggas is polygamous.
Want them damn purse.
Men are to be valued equally as far as women, as far as sex, and as far as the genitals. Nigga, we respect the female because she nurses and nurtures life. We give them the spark of life. The woman's egg is lying dormant, but the man's sperm comes and gives it the spark of life. You understand what I'm saying to you? And then it awakens that genetic chromosome that's in her egg. So the sperm cell comes with that spark. You are the spark of life. You give her that spark. And she ain't nothing without you, and you ain't nothing without her. We can't exist without each other because we both do the same damn things. One, a negative and positive charge, nigga. How can you exist without each other? You each one makes each other, and we make each other. What the fuck do you mean? We need each other. And so don't ever get it twisted like a mango mystic. My dick is a portal. You talk about my womb and all my womb. Oh, stars, what do they call it? Sister, all that black woman power type shit. Fuck all that shit. If we ain't talking about the man and woman together and sister wives, what the fuck is we talking about? I don't want to hear that sister shit unless you're talking about sister wives, nigga. You forgot sister, you forgot the wives on that shit, nigga. If you ain't putting the sister wives on that bitch, cause you sister, you know what I mean, sister. As soon as your fucking man get there, you crucifying your fucking sister. As soon as a man get involved, you like, bye, bitch. Yeah, it's all good. Oh, we sisters, girls are so fucking phony. That's my girl. Let a nigga get involved. Bye, bitch. And that's how they program it. and we gotta still deal with the program. But it's one thing for you to be under that program and not be willing to break it for the betterment of humanity. It's not about you. It's not about you. It's about us. You want to make it about you because you don't know how to be a team player. There's no I in team, motherfucker. There's no I in team, motherfucker. You want to make it about you, but it ain't about you. It's about us. Talk about what about brother husbands? That's why you don't respect black men now. You think you can have multiple husbands because you don't got real men in your life. This world is so fucking crazy because you live in the zoo. You live in a simulated environment. You do not live in harmony with the universe in Babylon. Babylon won't allow you to live in harmony with the universe. Go outside and poop like every other species on this planet and see what happens. Go outside and pee. Go outside and give your soil back to the earth just like every other species. We're far more advanced, man. Okay, we're far more advanced. So we put chlorine in our water and put it back and recycle it back into the... You talking about the water plant? Is that advanced? That's devolved. That's not fucking smart at all, nigga. That's a way to keep you fucking genetically modified. A water plant, you hate the white man so much, but you buy a mansion and then chlorine is fucking pumped through your fucking idiot. Well, we need chlorine in there, man, because the poop, man, it's got E. coli. No, motherfucker, you shouldn't be eating animals. So your shit got disease in it. That's why it's called shit. It should be soil, but it's shit. It should be compost, but it's shit. It's not compost. It's shit. You look at it as trash. They call it waste. How is it waste? It's fertilizer for your fuck. If you swallow the seed doesn't digest in your stomach. Oh, man. And it comes out inside of your compost. And then the earth breaks it down through the bacteria and insects. It breaks it down so it plants it for you. And then from that evolves the cycle of life. But no, not the things we eat. There'll be all kind of diseases out there. That's why they don't allow you to do it. Because you eating nasty, motherfucker. You ain't eating the foods you supposed to eat. Your poop ain't supposed to be stinking, nigga. So you not my eye. Just because of your pot, you not my eye. You not my eye because of your pot. And you can call me crazy all you want, but ain't nobody else gonna tell you this. Who the fuck else gonna tell you? When you go to the supermarket, it is not an even exchange that you give a green piece of fucking paper that came from cotton and fucking linen for the food you eat. That's not an equal trade. But they make you think that's an equal trade and that you cool. Yeah, I'm a good person in society. I live in the devil's land. I abide by the law. Yeah, I paid for this food and I'm going to eat it. And then, I'm going to do what humans do and I'm going to poop in the toilet. And when I poop in the toilet, I'm going to flush it down the toilet and that's going to end up in the sewage and that'll, that'll end up back in the river with all kind of chlorine and stupid shit. Oh, what about the cruise? Oh, yeah. Let's talk about the cruise. The cruise boats just dump pounds and pounds and pounds and pounds and pounds of fucking poop into the fucking ocean. Nasty shit. Talking about disease. You poop it in the fuck. These cruises, they go around the world and they fucking poop all in. They having parties at casinos. Niggas is having fun.
Well, what about the whales? Don't the whales shit in the ocean? Don't the sharks? I think every living mammal in the ocean right now, Nature Boy, is taking a shit. So you pointing out somebody else taking a shit means what? That's why it's salt water. It's salt water, Nature Boy. Salt water.
We wondering why all these We wondering why all these fishes is showing up dead on the shore. Could it be the poop and the shit that you shitting in the ocean all goddamn day with these cruise boats?
Niggas want to chalk it up to a mystery.
So when you pass, the only thing that's gonna matter is what did you do for the earth? What did you do? Did you take good care of your body? Did you take good care of the people in your life? Did you help people that were in need? What kind of service did you provide to humanity? Or was you so stuck in Babylon, worried about paying bills that you were just stuck in survival mode? Oh, well, I took care of my children. That's not a deed. The child is actually there to show you how to be a child again. And showing you that you're doing everything wrong.
How you doing, Chief? Peace Reflection.
Peace Reflection, what's going on?
Man, I wanted to get on here. First, I wanted to get on here and talk about this Plan B shit. Cause I'm gonna speak on my opinion, but you're not wrong from what you're saying. That for sure you're not wrong. Cause I got 3 babies here in this house right now. And women do. And they can disagree with me all they want, but women do automatically have a Plan B. They do. They do. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. They always got a Plan B. And I don't care who say no. The first time you piss them off, well, I'm just going to go back in where I was at. Their mindsets are, oh, I want to try this out. I want to do this. But in the back of their head, this ain't for me. I ain't doing this.
I got Plan B. I could just go stay with my auntie, my uncle, my aunties, my sisters. They don't need no man. I don't need no man. You know.
And see, so
and they see other women doing it, and it's a culture.
Exactly. And I'm 21, and I feel like sometimes my mindset is totally different from a lot of people. And the reason why I say that is because I have been through a lot. I have experienced a lot, and I wake up every day and I look at my kids and I say, you know what? I love my kids, but I wish in my head that I would have did it the correct way and I was with their father. You know what I'm saying? If I were to stay with their father and bear the children with them. Oh, and then it goes to all these women say, oh, I don't like women. What you mean you don't like women? I'm honest. I'm a Leo. You know, and my perspective on a lot of these things, a lot of the people that say they comments, sometimes I just stroll through the comments and, and sometimes I don't comment at all. Sometimes I'm just here and I listen. Women need to learn how to start engaging and listening to their men. They don't know how to speak when they spoken to and they don't know how to keep their mouth. Sometimes you're supposed to be quiet. You're supposed to observe. You're supposed to listen. A lot of women don't know how to do that. And, and these Babylon women, I'm not going to say insecure, but they so stuck on stupidity. Their mind's not in the right direction. And when I say the right direction, it's because what they learned from when they were born, they're only being taught from what their parents taught them, from what their parents taught them.
And what they've seen in their culture, yeah.
Exactly. So these women, like my mom, for instance, my mom taught me something her mom taught her, which cannot all be true. I was raised by my grandfather. So my mom, what she says, I hear it, but it goes out of here because I was raised by a really intelligent man. This man, my grandfather, He's in his 80s. So he's really old. But his perspective is when he was younger, women were supposed to cook, clean, bear children. They weren't supposed to do anything else but nurture, make sure the house stay well, plant. That's what women's supposed to do. A woman ain't supposed to have no job. Woman ain't supposed to do none of that.
She's supposed to be a mother. That's her job, is to be a mother.
Exactly. Where I'm at now, being a mother. That's what women are supposed to do.
Yeah, but who's protecting and providing for you?
Again, I wish I would have made, that's when it goes back to, I wish I would have made better decisions on the person that I wanted to be with. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to take that back because then I would be lying if I said that. I wish the man that I bear children with, let's say his state of mind wasn't in the right state of mind. He's very abusive, you know. And that was my choice of picking that man because I didn't know he was like that until we were deeper in a relationship and we had children. But then when I did learn that, you know, that's where it goes back to I didn't have my real father to teach me about men. It took for my grandfather to step in and teach me about men. So I was of age by that time. When he stepped in and was like, you know, this is how you do this. You focus on school. I wasn't allowed to think about boys when I was in school, none of that. But that's going off of the story that what we're talking about. But as far as me taking care of my children, that's me. I'm doing that is because I don't have that person because I decide that male or that alpha male in my children's life or my life, which they need that. Right. But I made a decision on not being with him because of the way he was.
Hold on, bro. I'm coming to get you, man.
You know, and a lot of these women don't have those options, but a lot of women do have those options. You know, a lot of women can have their kid's father in their lives, but they choose not to because they so stuck on stupid. They got this government. Oh, I don't need you. You know, I don't need you because my kid's gonna be good without you. But what they really need to think is, no, you taking this child away from their father. Who gonna teach this? Let's say you have a boy. Who gonna teach this little boy how to be a man? You can't teach this. I can't teach my boys how to be a man. I can teach them what my grandfather told me, but I can't really teach them how to be a man. It's a lot that comes with that. I only can teach my daughter how to be a woman, how to grow into a woman. You know what she's supposed to do and what she can't do. But I can't teach my boys everything. So that's why I look at my siblings and my brothers and my uncles. Like, you know, could you step in and show my sons with it? Like my younger brother, he's 17. And it's a lot of things he has done. And it's a lot of things that he is doing. And I told him, he just recently got out of jail. And this is a sensitive thing, but I never be sensitive in front of him. I never try to cry in front of him because he just turned 18 on the 7th. And he just recently went back to jail. This boy is so smart, Chief. When I say he's so smart, he is so smart. He graduated high school at 16. So smart. But it's the people he's around. He's indulging himself with. It's the weed. I told him he don't need weed. I don't smoke weed. No, I said that's your lower self telling you, oh, I need to smoke a blunt. Oh, I need to go smoke.
Yeah. But same thing to tell you to go drink.
The people that you were fooling around, playing with, kicking it with, indulging you to smoke with, they ain't graduate. They ain't graduate. They still in the same grade they in, but you're not even in high school. I told them you could be a professor somewhere. You could be doing something. You could be teaching somebody something else instead of sitting here indulging in the things that you indulge in. You know, so now he's sitting back in a toxic place. He's back in jail. I said, because you don't want to listen to what I'm telling you. You feel like I'm on somebody else's side when I'm only trying to teach you what I already have done. I said, I might be 21. I said, but as me being your sister, I have learned a lot of things. And as you not having your father, I have to step in. As being your sister, I have to step up and let you know, like, bro, this is not the way to go. You know, we don't have our fathers, but we got to stick together. You know, we done grew up with, when you was talking about the other day, roaches, rats. We done came from the gutter. We done came from shit like that. But it's not what you see. It's not what you see. You learn from a lot of things in life. And I look at things like I used to cry every day. I used to wake up to my kids like, dang, why did I do that? I used to doubt myself a lot. I used to push myself to the back like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to live this life. I don't want to take care of this. It's so much negative around me. Every day I woke up, it was boom, 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 boom. But then I finally sat down and I'm just like, you know what? I can't let this overwhelm myself. When I just had a baby a month ago. My son is a month. I was finding myself having these mood swings where I just snap out on people, not want to talk to his dad. Oh, no. And then I had to think like, why am I doing the things that I do? You know?
Right.
You know, my mind was everywhere. And it's not postpartum. I don't believe in postpartum. I don't believe that. I don't believe it. That's my opinion. And the only reason why I say I don't believe it is because it's not a thing to me. I think it's just more so the inner me going through something, the stress, I just had a baby. You know, I'm not feeling myself no more. I'm not loving myself anymore. After you had that baby, that's when your mindset is just like, why did I have this baby? It's just that you're stressed. You're so stressed out. It's hard to explain because it's inside of you and you don't know how to express it. Mm-hmm. You know, and a lot of times I didn't know how to express it. So I go through so much, and I've been trying to, you know, talk to you guys for a minute. I've been trying to get in contact with you for a minute. You know, as far as Chief Nana, you know, I had hit her up when I seen that she was going through the things she was going through. I hit her up. I told her about tummy time. I told her about how to rub the baby when the baby is crying like loud. I gave her a song to play for the baby. You know, it's a lot. She really touched me when she went through that. She really touched me when she went through that.
Hey, but look, man, I appreciate it. I appreciate you like calling in and like really letting us, you know, into your heart like that, man. We got to take the next caller, but thank you for calling in, man. For real.
Yeah.
I'm thankful.
Chief, I'm thankful.
I love myself.
I love myself.
She can tell us a lot. Yeah, she can. I listen to people, I go like, damn, shit. Nice little story there. Started off picturing the shit, you know, like envisioning what she was saying. Then I was seeing like when I seen like 3 different movies, I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I was just thinking about one thing, and then you got me thinking about another thing. And got birthing a baby, and I'm trying to like, my mind sees the pictures while you talking. The brother in prison, and I was like, damn, we went to prison.
My grandfather.
Yeah, that was good. I was like seeing 30 things.
Right, yeah.
Tummy time.
Tummy time. Really touched me.
Hey, what's going on?
Just have something to say about the education system here in Babylon.
Yeah, talk about it.
So I went to a school. It was an African culture Italian school. It's called Ideal. I'm here in DC, and we basically, it was a small school. We call our teachers Mama and Baba. We did meditation. Oh. So when I was in 12th grade, I had asked my teacher, I had asked my teacher, why our school only teach survival, and other schools didn't teach survival. We learned how to plant. We did meditation. We just was like, it was just, how can I explain it? It was just like, we was together. It was like family. When we get to school, it was all family, no fights, none of that. But when we go to like different schools and like basketball games and stuff like that, it was a mess. So we wasn't used to that because in our school, it was about the school. It was about the culture, basically. And
so what about black women and being Plan Bs? What about them Plan Bs with black women?
I don't know about no Plan B because I'm not on it. I really believe that black women is taught to bring down the black man. So I don't believe in the Plan B thing. We are set up from the nitty gritty. We were set up to bring down the black man.
And what kind of?
Have you read the Willie Lynch book?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So in that book, it tells.
What way do you think today the black woman is being?
You said what?
In what way do you feel that the black woman is being weaponized against the black family? Damn, I can't even hear her.
Chief, I pressed the request button and was like, oh, I'm waiting on God. But that's all right. We all by nature. It's all right. Don't be mad at my blind hair. I'm on a journey right now. Mm-hmm. But I just wanted a black woman and the Plan B thing. I will say that a Plan B was almost like a necessity for us. And it's because our black men have been beat down and lost and confused. We had no other option but to come up with a plan, because failure is not an option. So that's where we had to get in touch with our more masculine side, because failure was not an option, whether it was for us personally, for our children, for our family, for our husbands, whatever the case may be. Failure is not an option. And that's the number one goal. And through my process, I can honestly say that I came out with such masculine energy. And now that I have my king, now I have to learn how to turn that shit off and be submissive. Because you know what? I finally get my woosah moment where I can really fucking relax and be the woman that I was meant to be the queen that I was meant to be.
Now let me ask you this. Do you work for the government?
I do not.
What do you do?
I am an insurance agent. I actually sell life insurance to our people, which I mean is still a form of the government.
Okay, so you do work for the government. But listen.
But look, listen.
It's okay. It's okay.
I don't have to work for anyone because my king provides everything. Right. I work just because I haven't learned to turn my masculinity all the way off.
Right.
I'm too afraid. So that's still a fear that's in me. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Nothing. Oh, nothing. Point made. It's okay.
Point made. It's the truth.
You said it. All right.
It's a real moment. I'm from New Orleans. Tell Eliana I said hello. And I watch you every day. I wake up, getting dressed for work, looking for you. I was mad you wasn't on when I was getting ready for work today. I want you to know that. But I do appreciate you and everything that you are presenting to us, because it is definitely needed in our world and our society. You are a light. You are a light.
I'm thankful for reflection.
Peace, reflection.
Peace. Chief, do you feel like you did when you were screaming at the universe that you want your woman? Man, I'm at the point right now where I'm like, man, I don't know if that's possible. Like, I don't want to doubt, but shit. You know, after a while, you start to just accept what is, man. You could be optimistic after a while. You start to see for what it is, man. I'm past hope. I'm at a submission. I'm at a motherfucking what will be type shit. God will be done. The universes will be done shit. You can manifest materials, but manifesting people, shit. I mean, you know, I'm gonna continue to be me and, you know, continue to love, you know. All I know is this: from this day forward, I'm not dealing with nobody with anything in water and Mercury, if you got water in Mercury, if you got water in Mars, I ain't fucking with you. That's just all I know. That's one thing I do know. If a female got water Mercury, water Mars, and water houses in either or, because of the fact that once the emotions are struck, once pressure comes, the emotions arrive, and the person cannot think. The emotions will govern them. So you get a woman that be cool long as everything cool, but then when intense moments come, they can't think straight through the emotions because they're blinded by the emotions. Because when Mercury comes in the water, it becomes muffled, it becomes lost. And then you got Mars in these water signs is no good, because when it's time to take action, they don't know how to take the actions that require them to communicate properly. And so you have trouble, big trouble, especially when people are dealing with their traumas in their higher self in this kingdom of God that we're in. You know, when you're dealing with the higher self, it's going to trigger your traumas. You're going to be triggered. Your traumas are going to be triggered. And with that being stated, it's like when your traumas are triggered, you have to be able to communicate through them or you're fucked. In this higher frequency, as you go higher in frequency, you have to learn how to communicate through your emotions. And in heated situations, you must become, you have to have the ability to become. And if you're not, you have to be able to listen to someone stronger than you, that being your husband in that moment. But if your husband is triggering your traumas, it's kind of hard for you to listen to your husband because he's triggering the trauma. And you know, what can we do? What can we do? Yeah. That being said, we're gonna stop it right there. I love myself. Reflections. Peace. Love myself.
Well, seems like we got a little trouble in paradise. All right. Seems like these niggas is all having issues with these females. All right. Seems like you know, to be having these discussions, you guys ain't putting on the right dominance to get the submission you looking for. You know, I mean, Nature Boy, I get it. You want your woman to do whatever you want her to do. All right. But guess what? She's not going to do that. I don't give a damn even if the woman is kissing your ass. She's still not going to do everything you want her to do. Now, your biggest issue with women is why can't the women just be gay? Why are they having a big issue with homosexuality? If they didn't have that issue, all right, the world would be a better place. And I get it. Well, Nature Boy, maybe you should flip the script. All right. Maybe you should bring another man in the bedroom. All right. You ever try that? She might be with it then. All right. You said you want to be in submission, right? So if you want to be in submission, all right, instead of you bragging about bringing a female in that bitch, go ahead and bring a chick. Oh, excuse me. Go ahead and bring a dude in there. You know what I'm saying? I think that would, 9 times out of 10. You know what I'm saying? Or am I asking too much? All right, am I asking too much? See, I think Eliana would be more acceptive of bringing other women in the bedroom if you just go ahead and, brought a little pikey in there. All right. Well, I mean, Miss Raj, he wants to push this gay agenda, right? So if you're going to push the gay agenda, then you got to be fair. You got to be fair. It's a 2-lane street. You follow what I'm saying? It's a 2-lane street. Right. You know what I'm saying? Go grab a little pikey or go grab a little punk ass pure. All right. All right. Go get True. He been waiting on his night. Real talk. Real talk. All right. Think about it. Y'all, I know y'all want to see a big women orgy fest. It's like, to me, y'all came out there on that shit. Y'all came out there thinking, we're going to get these women to be lesbians and we're going to get them to fuck each other and suck on each other's titty. It's going to be like having a live black Playboy. But guess what? You got some actual women and, they pussy stank. They, they hairy in places they're not supposed to be hairy. All right, some of them don't have no titties at all. All right. The only one that's freaky is the most ugliest one there. Right? Like, she's the most freakiest one. All right. Like, damn. I mean, like, y'all fucked all the way around. Well, no, see, no, Pike couldn't. Yeah, Pike could go down on Nature Boy, and then Nature Boy could go down on Pike. And then kiss Eliana dead in the mouth. Right after Nature Boy get finished sucking on Lil Pikey's nuts. All right? Maybe they'll be more acceptive then. They'll be like, well, hell, the niggas done did it, so now we got to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right? I done said 1 billion times, you cannot force someone into being gay. All right? It is physically impossible. All right? You can't force homosexuality onto an adult. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they trying to do. I mean, we would all like seeing two women getting it on, Nature Boy. All right. Carbon douchebags. All right, like real talk. But I don't want to see women forced into it. That's being a little extreme. Now the dudes, hell yeah, the dudes, they're 200% gay. The dudes are 200% gay. For real. It's like there's no question about that. The dudes are, you know, gay without pay. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker said they gay for pay. Nature Boy was gay for pay. These niggas gay without pay. Nigga, they gay. Nigga, they gay for the passion. They gay for the love, nigga. Look. All right. It's like we are gay all the way. Real talk. Gay. All right. Gay for the way. All right. Hold on, y'all. Hold up. Let me pull this up right here. Yes, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right. Yeah, we back at it. We back at it. All right. I wanted to put this one up. All right, because I missed the last one. You know, unfortunately, they had a death in the family, so you know we had to console some people, and you know I had to get myself together and all of that stuff. Because unlike Nature Boy, you know, when somebody dies in my family, you know, we actually give a damn. You follow what I'm saying? We actually give a damn. You know, so you know I had an uncle, you know what I'm saying, that was you know kind of sick, so you know he had cancer. All right, and you know the fucked up thing about it was you know he had cancer and he wasn't a smoker. You know what I'm saying? He didn't smoke cigarettes. You feel me? So you know we just you know like I said, you know, dealing with that particular situation, it was kind of abrupt. You know, people were preparing for it, but you prepared for something, but you still don't expect it when it happened. So you know what I'm saying? Uh, you know, I'm gonna get in contact with a few family members. All right. But you know what I'm saying? Nonetheless, I'm still on my job. I'm still on my job. You follow what I'm saying? All right. You know, still got to be strong. All right. If ain't nobody else strong, I got to stand up for the family. You dig? So we're going to let the phone charge up. All right. And we back. And like I said, we back on the clock, bitch. All right. He thought he got away. All right. No. We here. All right. See y'all in a second. We'll be live in the studio. All right. Banging out of control.